Project Pet, The Empathy Cascade Part 3. The silence in the grand chamber of the Concordance was a living thing, a vacuum that sucked the air from the lungs of 100 different species. Before them stood the proof that humanity wasn't just another fledgling race. They were a biological paradox, a walking, talking violation of established universal law. And the paradox had a name, Chunk. Ambassador Cathar of the Kylan hegemony remained frozen, his multifaceted eyes locked on the creature, while his translator drone sputtered, for the first time in its operational history, in a state of near total confusion.
This is protocol breach, unauthorized, by biological weapon.
Ambassador Rostova simply smiled, stroking the thick fur on Chunk's head.
He's not a weapon. Ambassador, he's my +1. He enjoys synth steak and belly rubs. He's also quite fond of the opera, though he tends to howl during the sad parts.
Her casual tone did nothing to soothe the chamber. It was gasoline on a fire of existential dread. The idea that this class black predator had preferences, that it possessed a personality beyond that of a mindless killer, was somehow more terrifying than its physical presence. The summit was adjourned amidst a flurry of panicked chittering and the frantic rolling of the Volus delegation. The emergency session that followed lasted 3 standard weeks and consisted mostly of the galaxy's most brilliant minds trying and failing to comprehend what they had just witnessed. Back on the agri colony of New Asheville, what started as the Chunk Protocol was no longer just Jorik's personal project. It had a name, a formal budget, and a rapidly expanding waiting list. Inspired by Jorik's success, colonists began to see the hulking predators not as encroaching threats, but as challenges of the heart. More accurately, they saw them as potential family members. The sight of humans playing fetch with creatures that could wrestle shuttles became a bizarrely common feature of colonial life.
Okay. You win, Duchess. You win.
A colonist laughed breathlessly as she was playfully pinned to the ground by a Karganu, narrowly missing her prized azaleas.
Now get off, you big lug.
It turned out the Karganus were not inherently evil. They were simply pack animals, hardwired for a fierce and unwavering loyalty. For millennia, their definition of pack had been limited to their own kind. Humanity, with its boundless, illogical empathy, had hacked their social firmware. They had somehow convinced the Karganus that these soft, fragile bipeds were now part of their pack. The weird, squishy alpha members who gave the best ear scratches and controlled the galaxy's supply of bacon. The Kylan observer, Tevek, had gone from biologist to the galaxy's most stressed-out psychologist. His reports to the Concordance were a mix of frantic discovery and existential crisis.
Report 74, Cycle 3.
His antennae twitching.
Subject Chunk has demonstrated protective instincts. It positioned itself between Specialist Jorik and a falling cargo container. Subject Duchess has learned to open doors, but only to steal pies from windowsills. They are not merely pacified, they are integrated. They are pets. My request for a transfer remains pending. I fear my own objectivity is compromised. Yesterday, a juvenile Kargonwe brought me a dead Xylo rat, and I thanked it.
Naturally, other races tried to replicate the protocol. The Gathar Imperium, a proud warrior race of reptilians, saw the potential for the ultimate living weapon. They captured a dozen Karganus.
The human method is weak. It relies on affection.
Their lead general bellowed.
We will use a superior motivator, fear. They will learn discipline. They will learn to obey the whip.
The Githar learned 2 things that day. 1, a Karganue's loyalty cannot be forced. 2, a 5-foot-tall predator that feels betrayed is infinitely more dangerous than one that is simply wild. The disastrous experiment was not repeated. That failure, and others like it, solidified a new galactic truth. This ability, this empathy cascade, was uniquely, bafflingly human. And that made humanity the most interesting and potentially most powerful race in the galaxy. They didn't need to build superweapons. They could simply befriend them. And so Project PET was officially born. Its mission simple, its scope galactic. Find the galaxy's monsters and ask them if they want to play.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and follow.